last para.
Session 4, last paragraph.
Above session 4, last para.
Yeah.
On the other hand, neither CSR activities nor green financing activities was not discussed. I think not should be deleted here. Were discussed during the meeting.
Yeah, that's okay. Yes, true.
Thank you.
Okay. Now the next. Upcoming ATFP meetings. Mr. Egoja Kriza Bandula, Chairman and Chief Executive of Sri Lanka Export Development Board, announced to host 28th ATFP meeting, the date for which was tentatively scheduled for 25th, 27th August 2015 in Colombo, Sri Lanka. The SLEDB confirmed that the date of the meeting will communicate with the TPOs in due course. The theme of the forum would be integrating Asia with global value chain. The forum agreed that the topic to focus the topic for the next meeting should include the new role of TPOs playing a vital role not only to aim sustainable development of Asian economy, but also to drive force for the world economy. Mr. Ishige from JETRO extended warm welcome to TDAP as a new hosting TPO.
Mr.
After
Chairman.
these words of welcome, TPO recognized Trade Development Authority of Pakistan, TDAP, to be next hosting organization in 2016 with a warm welcome after TDAP conveyed its acceptance of being the host of the 29th ATFP meeting and pledged its full support.
Mr. Chairman, small correction. Mr. Ishige from JETRO extend warm welcome to SLEDB as the new hosting TPO.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
TDP is later on, next one. So instead of TDAP, it has to be SLEDP.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there is
Yes, certainly, I'm prepared to emphasize that point in my concluding remarks.
Okay. So
I think also the SLEDB confirmed that the date of the meeting would be communicated with TPOs, would be communicated to TPOs in due course.
Yes.
That English could be improved.
Yes.
And I think the hosting of Pakistan should be a new paragraph. It should be separate from the paragraph.
Okay, this is true. Yeah, it is correct.
On SLE.
New paragraph hosting of, about the Pakistan hosting should start from new paragraph, right? Yeah. Okay. Conclusion of meeting. Acknowledgements. The participants extend sincere gratitude to the MNCCI for hosting the meeting and also to JETRO for the strong support in the meeting organization. Yes, in the meeting organization, in the organization of the meeting. Is it forum? It is not meeting or forum or something, okay. Anyway, just a little bit improve. The MNCCI extended the gratitude to representatives of international partners and trade and investment experts for valuable contribution to the meeting discussion and commitment on the further cooperation to promote trade promotion activity. Okay, to develop whatever, it's just a little bit activities in the Asian region. Mr. Ishige from JETRO made the concluding remarks. During his remarks, he kindly requested all TPOs to their continued support and cooperation for the further development of trade and investment-related activities. After this address, the meeting was closed by the closing remarks by Mr. Dimbril. Is this okay? Please.
Mr. Chairman, I think during his remarks, he kindly requested all TPOs for their continuous support and cooperation for the further development of trade and investment related activities. If it is okay.
And maybe long and continuous upload was given to MNCC, right? Okay, so now we are finished. So Secretariat will make every comments, and meanwhile they will make this comment, and then we'll make it available to us. We will, I think we will take these chances, we'll get coffee and tea. Yeah, please.
Of all TPOs, I reaffirm our thanks for organizing this meeting over the 3 days to Mr. Demberel, Member of Parliament and Chairman of MNCCI, and to the co-chair, Mr. Ishige from JETRO with his team. Thank you very much.
If anyone who hasn't yet given your amendment to the Secretariat, just make it and go to that desk. Mr. Eric is now working very hard to input your amendment, and it will take some time. So, yes, Mr. Chan Ho. Yeah. Eric, raise your hand. Yeah, he's the man. Yeah. It will take some time, and there will be a break. And after that, we will read out again the completed version, and it will be the end of... No? No? Okay.
It's okay.
Just check? Okay, okay. We will do that after some time. Please, enjoy your coffee. Yes?
Enjoy your coffee, Pavel.
出します。ただ読まない。でも読まないと。そうですね。ここを直しました、ここを直しましたってやりますか、じゃあ。赤字にするとか。そうなんです。ただ、ちょっと今かなり混乱してるんで。
Mr. Chairman, I would like to see the second paragraph of the upcoming ATPFCU's meeting after amendment, because I have also suggested few amendments in it.
It is in the process of adding all the comments and all the amendments be incorporated in the text. So please inform that your comment to the...
Okay.
Trade Promotional Forum ATPFCO meeting was held on 11th and 12th September 2014 in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. The meeting was hosted by the Mongolian National Chamber of Commerce and Industry with the aim of
Excuse me.
strengthening.
Only the amended part, because it will take a longer time, so
Okay.
to save time.
Okay, I'll try to remember. Inaugural session, His Excellency Norvin Artankuyag, Prime Minister of Mongolia, welcomed participants on behalf of Mongolian government, stressed importance of regional cooperation among TPOs for economic growth. Mr. Hiroyuki Ishige, Chairman CEO JETRO, extended his warmest welcome to all participants of the 27th ATFCO meeting, expressing gratitude toward the MNCCF for hosting the forum and providing the great support through the efficient organization and arrangement work, followed by the ITPO's warm host for the previous CEO meeting in Agra, India. Reports on the 22nd and 23rd. The ATPFWLM Secretary General reported on the 22nd and 23rd, held in Yamanashi, Japan, Saga, Japan, respectively, which covered the following issues. First, development of global human resources. Second, regional business matching, including the progress of the RBM scheme. Third, investment working group. Fourth, information sharing and discussion. CEO meeting Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, and future hosts, and each information from TPOs from a coming event. And the next is ninth. We added here, the AEIC Secretariat would send the questionnaires on the candidacy on the 7th joint exhibition after the CEO meeting and friendly requested TPOs to submit it by the end of March 2015 if TPOs would like to host the 7th joint exhibition. The next is the TWTC to promote green competitiveness and build up networks in global green trade. TWTC informed that the 6th ATPF joint exhibition will be held during 6 to 8 October 2014 in Taipei in conjunction with the TIGIS. He pointed out that the significance in its market potential. The TWTC provided information on participation of ATPF members, floor plan, booth designs, associate events, and special services for TPOs including ATPF buyers, happy hour, and new product presentations. The next was the SLEDB presentation. SLEDB underlined various activities to balance social, economic, and environmental objectives in the export value chain for sustainable development. These activities include, first, socially responsible trade in the handicraft sector. Second, ethical professional practice in apparel sector. Third, incorporation of the household's backyard economic activities into agro-exports via Divi Neguma. So discussion. Okay. Discussion by Matrade. Matrade highlighted that based on different policy transformation and the level of development of its economy, each TPO will take an action to move beyond export promotion activities. In this regard, TPOs can develop various activities, including cooperation for assisting potential investors. After comments made by Matrade, Jeter highlighted that each TPO is highly...
This Matrade highlighted that based on different policy transformation and the level of development of each economies, or each economy, doesn't matter, TPOs will take action, not an action. Each TPO will take action to move beyond. Okay, fine, thank you.
Yep. The next one is about EPB question to the SLEDB during the discussion. EPB asked whether contract farming was in use in the agri-sector of Sri Lanka and whether facilities like education, recreational facilities were provided to workers in the apparel sector in Sri Lanka. SLEDB responded that there is no contract farming because individualized farming is facilitated and the benefits like education and recreational facilitation are provided to the workers in the apparel sector. And the next was TWTC inquired, so which is changed. The next one is session 3 on the plenary session by CCPIT. CCPIT emphasized on TPO's role and engagement in order to push forward regional cooperation arrangement, enhance two-way investment, and urge better infrastructure and connectivity. CCPIT also suggested cooperation among TPOs to establish mechanism, exchange business benchmarking, and joint researches in building Silk Road economic belt and maritime Silk Road. These roles and engagement will ultimately contribute to accelerating economic integration in Asia. And after that is the EPB, share the current economic climate in Bangladesh and introduce different initiatives and strategies to increase the volume of export. EPB mentioned about the competitiveness of Bangladesh and highlighted facilitators and incentives provided by the government of Bangladesh to the foreign investors to invest in various sectors in the export processing zones of Bangladesh. And it's JETRO. JETRO in the middle part, JETRO outlined its roles instead of the mentioned. And during the discussion, Matrade welcomed the proposal by JETRO of having ATPF supplier matching support scheme, which came in needs for potential suppliers for all TPOs. Matrade expressed its concern that different economies have different organizational structure to promote trade and investment. However, TPO can facilitate information flow between the relevant economies. MSCCI was proposed amendment, but has not been changed. The next one is by DITP. Although investment promotion for Thailand was under the purview of another government agency, DITP supported the idea of the cooperation to facilitate investment among member economies. Therefore, DITP hopes to see tangible implementation on ATPF cooperation for assisting potential investors scheme with high participation of member TPOs. After that, it's a CCPIT. Welcome JETRO's proposal of trade and investment collaboration. CCPIT is pleased to work with JETRO and other TPO to further facilitate two-way as well as regional businesses. And after the ITC, mentioned that ITC has been scoping on ways to collaborate with trade and investment promotion organizations to maximize their efforts in linking trade and investment. ITC is expected to consider the new role and involvement of TPOs in promoting investment. It also offered possible technical assistance and case studies to support TPOs' engagement in promoting investments. And after is TDAP, while supporting the proposal, stated that TPO and IPA are operating separately in many ATPF member economies, including Pakistan. For effective implementation of JETRO's proposal, TDAP suggested that representatives of IPA from these member economies, where TPO and IPA are working separately, may be initiated for the meeting.
Invited.
Okay. After TWTC understood and was aware of the current trend of integration of trade and investment. However, TWTC expressed the concern of its current capacity to meet with JETRO's proposal. Cooperation for assisting potential investor scheme. Yet TWTC plans to seek further assistance to consider JETRO's proposal. DGNED expressed its interest and will inform with regard to JETRO's proposal to cooperate with other directorates or units within the Ministry of Trade of Republic of Indonesia, as well as other ministries and agencies. Which one, sir? Agency, okay. VA Trade supported a proposal that was drawn by JETRO. Nevertheless, it pointed out that the third proposal may manipulate the fundamental concept of ATPF as a trade promotion forum. Taking into account the fact that the organization structures are different among economies, VA Trade suggested this proposal to be further discussed. And JETRO showed its perspective that the era of I think it was made. And I think there was no other further amendment from this session. And after that is the plenary session 3, DGNED. DGNED explained its role to maintain and promote sustainability of Indonesia's forest resources for Sustainable Development Program. The achievements of DGNED's activities were noted, for instance, through the issuance of forestry product export regulation to encourage the exporters to comply with Indonesia timber legality assurance systems when exporting timber products, participate in the international fair such as SPOG fair, and the annual exhibition of Trade Expo Indonesia to promote exports of sustainable forest products. At this occasion, DGNED informed that the 29th Trade Expo Indonesia will be held on 8 to 12 October 2014 with theme of, towards green business. DGNED invites all TPOs to encourage their businessmen to visit the fair. There will be a special pavilion in Indonesia which showcases sustainable products made by natural resources, including timber products, paper, and furniture. And after that is DITP. Illustrated its activities in promoting green innovation in order to expand markets for Thai products, promote values creation of Thai products and services, and increase competitiveness of Thai entrepreneurs and exporters. To accomplish its vision, the ITP initiated various activities including, first, organize various types of seminars, workshops, and exhibitions on green and eco products and innovation and design. Second, participate in international trade fairs on green products abroad. Third, provide recognition to entrepreneurs and designers who have contributed to green innovation through Prime Minister's Business Enterprise Award. The next is the presentation by HKTDC. HKTDC shared their initiatives in promoting green business. A. Eco Expo Asia. B. Green products zones at fairs. C. Outbound missions for Hong Kong companies to explore green market. And joint missions with mainland companies to explore investment opportunities in green technologies. D. Verification of Hong Kong suppliers' green compliance. Next is IPIM. It's ITPO. ITPO highlighted the importance of green business in international trade for sustainable development while sharing its concern and commitment for trade through green business. To provide an economically viable solution to all Indian businesses while reducing environmental concerns, ITPO presented in its green initiatives such as water conservation measures, power factor improvement, NIT, and broadcasting initiatives. These combinations will shape ITPO as a future catalyst for a growth of India's trade in order to showcase excellence achieved by the economy in diverse fields, given its plans for revamping its infrastructure in the near future. The next is by Matrade. Explain its policy and strategy to support the green agenda through the National Green Technology Policy, which focuses on 4 sectors, namely energy, environment, economy, and social sectors. In order to enhance sustainable development, public education and awareness, and facilitate growth for the national economy, Matrade undertakes a wide range of activities to promote green products and services. Matrade emphasized that TPO's role and engagement in promoting green business is seen from 3 areas. First, the policy to accelerate support sustainable development. Second, update and disseminate information on changing market requirements and trend towards the green agenda. Third, create the awareness on the green agenda and opportunities for the business sector.
Ain't a malicious policy, not its policy. Okay, malicious, SIA, yeah, Malaysia. Malaysia's policy and strategy to support the green agenda, which focuses on 4 sectors, namely energy, environment, economy, and social. You don't need the sector after the social, delete the sector. All right, that's all, thank you.
I'll proceed to TWTC presentation. TWTC recommended 5 pillars of its activities to promote green business. First, mall events in emerging market. Second, green trade zones and trade shows. Third, overseas green products displays. Fourth, outbound trade delegations. Fifth, green trade exhibitions. Through these series of activities, TWTC is devoted to collaborate closely with its government in promoting green business, while assisting local manufacturers in developing green market overseas. TWTC also puts its effort on connecting international firms with domestic partners for green business.
I'm afraid we should stop now. Okay? One more page.
You just continue. When the protocol people will appear, we will stop.
Please.
Okay. The next is during the discussion at the last paragraph. On the other hand, neither CSR activities nor green business financing activities was discussed. And the next is the session 5th, the special session made by ITC. ITC introduced ITC approach to TSI performance improvement to foster inclusive and sustainable growth and development through trade and international business development. ITC offers its benchmarking program. In addition, ITC would be able to offer as it follows. Yeah. And after that, ViaTrade made a comment stating that ViaTrade expressed...
Okay. Now the heads of delegation follow us, and we will go to 3rd floor. And there will be meeting with the Speaker of the Parliament, and I think it will take 10 minutes, and we will come back. Meanwhile, continue to discuss, I think, because, and then we'll come back and we will conclude.
No, I'm good, thank you. Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay.
So maybe you use you put the
DITP.
sentence
Mhm.
before this, the whole sentence.
So okay. DITP supported the idea of the comparative special.
Although,
Even though. Okay.
even though investment from perfect.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries.
Now so that they can.
Mhm. Okay. I will talk.
A word maritime somewhere in the
Here.
CIP.
Maritime.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And by the way, you sometimes you underline, sometimes you not. What does it mean?
So
if you
the underline means the presentation.
Oh,
No,
okay.
underline is the discussion. Uh-huh.
isn't it?
I'm just making a very minor, like, grammar mistake.
I saw one amendment left. No?
Yes, it was by MNCCI about this one.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I have the idea. Discussion of session.
Session 3, ALBA 2, plenary session FDI. And development through trade and international business development. ITC offers its benchmarking program. In addition, ITC would be able to offer as follows. And there is no other changes. In the bottom, via trade, expressed appreciation to ITC supports some ATPF economies and suggested further cooperation as well as ITC's participation in ATPF CEO meeting. Thereafter is the upcoming ATPF CEO meeting, which were requested to make a 2 different paragraph between the proposal by the SLEDB and TDAP. The first one is Mr. Agodaj Girisa Bandula, Chairman and Chief Executive of Sri Lanka Export Development Board, announced the host 28th ATPF CEO meeting, the date for which was tentatively scheduled for 5th to 27 August 2015 in Colombo, Sri Lanka. This led informed that the date of the meeting would be communicated to TPOs in due course. The theme of the forum will be integrating Asia with global value chain. The forum agreed that the focus of topic for the next meeting should include the new role of TPOs playing a vital role, not only to aim sustainable development of Asian economy, but also to drive force for the world economy. Mr. Ishige from JETRO extended warm welcome to Trade Development Authority of Pakistan as the new hosting TPO. After his words of welcome, TPOs accepted TDAP to be the next host organization in 2016 with a warm welcome after TDAP conveyed its acceptance of being the host of 29th ATPF CEO meeting and pledged its full support. And after the conclusion of meetings, the participants extended sincere gratitude to the MNCCI for the hosting the meeting and also to JETRO for the strong support to the organization of the meeting. There was no further amendment. However, there was 2 additional amendment was made during the visit of the courtesy visit.
Visit to the Honorable Speaker's office and his kind words.
That the delegation, head of delegation was received by the Speaker of the Parliament of Mongolia, and the JETRO chairman informed him about this ATPF Ulaanbaatar meetings, and he also, the Speaker, welcomed all ATPF participants or something like that, right?
Okay,
That
I'll
is-
make amendment.
Yes, yes. So just read, just write something about this visit.
I will move on to the 2 additional amendment that was made on page 5, very bottom, by the MNCCI.
In the concluding, just before the concluding.
The last part.
Last part.
Last part.
There was two additional one. Was the
Go forward.
The last one? Last part?
To add about
Yes.
this heads of delegation, just write it,
okay,
amendment.
Put in the last part of the minutes. Okay.
All heads of delegation was received by the Speaker of The
Last page.
Speaker of the Great Ural. Speaker
Of the Great Ural.
It's just erase it. By the Speaker of Great.
Just before this concluding meeting,
His
or inside this concluding meeting, or before this concluding, you just put courtesy visit to Parliament. Yeah, something. Yes.
His Excellency Z. Engelbert. Just abbreviation. He dot he
E.
abbreviation. He dot H dot abbreviation of His Excellency. Z dot Engelbert. Bolt.
B-O-L-T.
O-L-D.
Q-L-T, okay.
Engelbert. Jetro Chairman Ishige introduced. Informed about
The gathering.
This our meeting, CEO meeting in Ulaanbaatar. About this CEO meeting, ATPF CEO meeting.
Meeting in
Ulaanbaatar.
And the Speaker of the Great Hall welcome with the
Speaker underlined. Underlined the importance of the regional cooperation between
member TPOs.
Member economies TPO.
Move it under conclusion, but before acknowledgement. That's right.
All head of delegates were received. Just read it.
All head delegates were received by the Speaker of the Great Hall, His Excellency Z. Engbold. Mr. Ijige from JETRO informed about this ATPF CEO meeting in Ulaanbaatar, and the Speaker underlined the importance of the regional cooperation between member TPOs. Okay. There was 2 additional amendments were made on page 5. Can you go to page 5?
Page 5. What's the topic?
It's the discussion commented by MNCCI and DITP. Yes?
Here.
So MNCCI, as the National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, is eager to contribute to investment promotion. However, other TPOs, especially under the government, may have to identify de facto and de jure of economy to restrict each TPO's explicit function in order to operate FDI promotion activities.
Okay. Another one.
And this is not about the economy. It is just, I just said, maybe these public sector TPOs could consider the current de jure and de facto status, legal status, whether they would combine, whether they are able to combine the trade promotion and the investment. That's just said.
Okay.
No, it is not about economy.
Okay.
And,
We will change it.
okay, just change. Easy.
Maybe.
However, MNCCI is concerned.
Or can I see the written one later? Okay. Just mark it.
Okay.
And another additional one.
Additional one
DITP.
was made by DITP to make sure the DITP goes first before the sentence starts. So the ITP supported the idea of the cooperation to facilitate investment among member economies, even though investment promotion for Thailand was under the purview of another government agency. Okay. That was all the amendment.
Yes. And back to you, Chair.
Last page.
Okay, it's finished now?
There is one more.
Okay,
proposal.
please.
Yeah. Yes.
The last page.
Can you use your microphone?
Microphone.
Can you switch on the microphone?
Yeah, if I was mistaken, I think that for the next CEO meeting, you mentioned about the 29 or should be 28 or 29 the next year.
28th. Yes, that was right.
Oh, yes, it's true. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
And this is the 27th, right? And this is 27th.
This is it? This is 27.
27th, right? Yeah.
So,
It's 28th.
28,
And this is 29th.
29. This is right, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Any other? Yeah, this is okay. Yes.
Okay, so thank you, Secretariat, for a very good job. Now we will go to our final stage, and I would like to invite Mr. Hiroki Shige, Chairman and CEO of JETRO and Chairman of this ATPF, to make final concluding speech. Please, Mr. Shige.
Thank you, Chairman. We have had lively discussion over the 2 days. It was a great pleasure for me to be able to engage in such meaningful exchanges of ideas. In particular, it has been agreed upon in the forum to formally handle the issue of investment, which had previously been a theme under consideration for a significant period of time. This is a sort of epoch-making decision and a major commitment toward further development in the future. I hope to proactively work on developing activities related to trade and investment promotion from this perspective. In this regard, I'd like to emphasize the importance of the work shouldered by the working group meeting to be held before the next CEO meeting in Sri Lanka. With that, I would like to express my sincere appreciation first to Chairman Demblo, who did a superb job in leading this meeting to a successful conclusion. Also to the government of Mongolia for their full-scale support, including allowing us to hold this CEO meeting in the government palace. Please join me in giving a big hand to the MNCCI and all individuals involved for their warm hospitality. Our next meeting will be held in 2015 in Sri Lanka. I'm certain that with everyone's cooperation, we will be able to make it another successful conference like this year's. JETRO is fully prepared to provide any assistance necessary for the next ATPF meeting. I would like to conclude my remarks by wishing for the good health and prosperity of all ATPF members, and that we'll be able to meet again next year in Sri Lanka. Thank you very much.
Okay, as a host organization, I would like to say a few words. So first of all, thank you very much for coming to Mongolia and experiencing just a little bit about Mongolia. And I think, of course, thanks to all of you, this year CEO meeting was really successful. I was participating in several this kind of meetings, and I think this year was topic was quite good, and I think everybody has contributed. And now we have common good. This good is called our shared, among TPO shared kind of this very good product, which will benefit to each of you, including our Chamber of Commerce. We benefit as a host organization, we benefited from your insights, from your ideas, and from your proposals. And most importantly, we benefited from your communication. Communication here and outside of this building, and during the coffee break, although it is not reflected in the minutes of meeting, but it is in our mind and heart. And we, everybody, and I hope will bring good memory about Mongolia and good memory about the chamber. And there is a slight, small thing, good memory about me. And finally, I would like to thank Jethro continuous and as always leadership support for this important gathering, which is called ATPF. So, and this year we discussed about a new era maybe. Maybe I'm too strong, but I think for me it is new era of ATPF development about what we should make our leadership role and engagement in our further activities. And I think we put solid basis for our next actions. And I would like to congratulate Sri Lanka and Pakistan to host next meetings. And I think every TPOs will benefit from this kind of meetings. And this show yesterday during our this gala dinner, I think also will remain in your heart, and it will be also some of our messages to your heart, so that Mongolia is a country where the tradition and modernity is successfully married. And with this final note, the last but not, of course not least, I would like to staff of our chamber and also secretariat for their very good jobs, which made this meeting very successful. And I wish to everybody of you to very good health and prosperity. And I think after this meeting, we will have new energy to interact with each other as we planned, as we are thinking. So therefore, I wish new success to your endeavor as TPO, and also as an organization from both public and private sector to work successfully for your country's prosperity and also for our common land, which is called Asia. Thank you very much. The song, I would like to devote it because the lyrics was written by me some years ago, 2002, I guess. And I thought it might be good because I copied it from Matre. It is called Inspiring Mongolia.
When you hear about it, you imagine an ancient time. The time of days and everyday wisdom that make you feel make you feel in touch, yeah, yeah. Inspiring Mongolia, the sense of nature, the freedom and goodwill. Exploring Mongolia, the land of legends, the wind of glories. Mongolia, inspiring Mongolia. Ooh, sense of nature, the freedom and goodwill. Exploring Mongolia, the land of legends, the wind of glories. Inspiring Mongolia, the sense of nature, the freedom and goodwill. Exploring Mongolia, the land of legends, the wind of glories.
Ladies and gentlemen, so with this song, Inspiring Mongolia, we will move in from the afternoon to give the chance to inspire a little bit slight of Mongolia, to be introduced with the production, industrial production, that we will visit the exhibition and trade fair organized by the Mongolian National Chamber. And after that, also, we would like to take you to the Gobi Kashmir factory and visit the factory to see the fashion show and make the shopping, to make contribution to Mongolian economy. And later, tomorrow, for those that are staying for tomorrow, it's pity that most, the part of the delegation already leaving today, but we hope that all the participants, they will join us for tomorrow's sightseeing. You will really enjoy the Mongolia. You will see the real Mongolia, not like a speaker told that Ulaanbaatar is not Mongolia. So having the chance to see and touch really wild nature and enjoy this day in the countryside. Thank you very much once again for your active participation. I wish you all of you good luck, prosperity, good health, and thank you for your contribution to make the successful this meeting that we, thanks to the support of JETRO, we hosted in Ulaanbaatar. Thank you very much once again. The housekeeping announcement, then now we will take our buses, and the lunch will be served at the hotel.